Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my apartment for another viewing of an Indiana Jones movie, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This is a good one. I mean, 4 out of 5 are good ones. Sorry if that offends anyone, but I don't love Crystal Skull. I don't even know if I'm going to do the commentary for that one. But here we go with Temple of Doom. Came out in 1984. I saw it in theaters, and I was 4 years old, and I loved it. Wasn't creeped out by anything, which is kind of odd, but that really informed my life, I suppose. Anyways, let's just get on with it. Just like last time, let's go ahead and do a countdown. Get it synced up. Have it started at 0000. Paused. Um, and I'm not going to do the whole syncing thing because it seemed like it worked pretty well last time. And I'm not going to care about ambient sound either because who gives a shit? That's life. I live in the New York City thing, so that's how it goes. So let's get this going. Countdown from five, five, four, three, two, one, play. Wonder where that thing is now. Isn't it a bummer that like stuff made for movies just gets destroyed sometimes? It's like, hey, look at this cool thing. It's incredible. Throw it away. Movie's over. Throw it away. That dragon has a sinus problem, looks like. So do I. It may sound a little deeper, my voice, because of tree pollen. Of course, tree pollen. She dances like a white girl, that's for sure. It's my dog walking around. He'll be joining us in a moment. Maybe. We'll see. He's kind of moody today, so whatever. So who's she looking at right now? The audience, I suppose? Like everyone in the restaurant, she's just aimed right at that one spot. I do like how Spielberg wanted to do a James Bond type sequence, and this is pretty close, especially with his entrance with the white tux. That's pretty nice. Here's something I noticed a couple viewings ago. I always thought that was glitter falling down and stuff like that. No, it's just like little pokes in the print, little pokes in the film. Because you'll notice there's only like 2 or 3 different ones. They're all in the same spot. Pretty easy way of making it look like there's glitter falling, and there's no glitter on the ground. So easy cleanup when you don't gotta clean up. So yeah, this movie's PG, which is pretty bonkers, because PG-13 didn't exist until after this movie and Gremlins. Spielberg, he did it. They created a new rating system just because of 2 Steven Spielberg movies. I know he didn't direct Gremlins, but his touch is all over it. Why no brunettes? All just blondes. And how'd they do that? They were ribbons before, strips, and then it turned into one. Magic. My buddies and I did this scene in college. Oh boy, back in 2000, I guess, in the year 2000. Um, I was indie, but in the torn sleeve outfit, of course. We did all this stuff. I wonder if that still exists anywhere. I gotta try to find that. It's probably terrible and wonderful at the same time. And there he is. Look at that. A white tux. I almost did that for my wedding. But I didn't think I could pull it off. So I didn't try. But I think I could maybe pull it off with a tan. You gotta have a tan. You can't be white, really pale with a white tux. Did he chop his finger off? mummies. I'll do it every now and then because I want to. Was Nurhachi real? Nurhachi, right? I don't know if it's a fake character created for the movie or not. I'll look into that. The Lazy Susan. Ever since this movie, I've wanted a table with one of those things. My God. And then the one time I encountered it, not that great. It's pretty clumsy and kind of stupid. But in this context, and that music, it's perfect. By the way, this might be my favorite score. It's sometimes my favorite indie movie. Last Crusade usually is, but right now, I don't think that one has a little tip on it, but okay, this costs $15. Who cares? What do you think he's drinking there, Indy? Lemonade? Some Crystal Light? So I believe he is in The Emperor's Tomb, the video game. I gotta play that. So Willie really thought he was in there, like full size. Entertainers. Well, he just doesn't even care what's happening right now. All this context, all the things that they're saying. They're like, oh, what's that? Entertainers. Yeah, it's a lot of growth in her character, you'll notice. By the end of this movie, she's a very different person, and that's pretty cool. People complain about Willie all the time. I love Willie. I always did. I always loved Willie. I named my cat Willie. I had a cat when I lived in LA. It was a cool cat. Oh, there is not at all a tip on there. Again, $15. I had a waiter do that to me at Chili's once. Ooh, he's got a scar. What happened there? I wonder if that's in the video game. That's cool little context. Indy has a scar and he's got a scar. Must have been a very lightweight gun if he just noticed it from the color red coming from his shirt. It's a pretty badass way of looking at death. And here's the moment that informs the entire movie. This is when you know what you're getting with this movie. I'm pretty sure I laughed at that when I was 4 years old. It's kind of disturbing, but I did. But yeah, I think this might be my favorite score. It's almost nonstop. I mean, the amount of music John Williams did for this movie is insane, and it's all so good. Is that funny? Yes. But, obviously you don't hit women. But he's drugged. They had to have thought it was funny to do it. I don't know. I acknowledge that is kind of fucked up that he just cold cocked that woman right in the face, but... And then the band just plays. All this, like, fuck it, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. They're getting paid no matter what, that band. And the dancers. Well, the dancers kind of give up here. No, they're still going. They're still doing it. There goes Lao Shay, taking off. Drinking out of cups. Being a bitch. No way. There's an inherent goofiness to this movie that's not in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is of course tongue in cheek and does have some goofy moments. For the most part, Raiders is very serious, honestly. This one, not really. And that's one of the reasons I love it. Like, how bold of them to go into part two and just been like, let's go for it, guys. They will not be expecting this movie. Still to that, that guy was still ready to bang that gong up until the Tommy gun came out. How cool are Tommy guns? Oh, look at that. I would love to laugh maniacally shooting a Tommy gun. God, look at that. It looks so fun. Dick Tracy, flat top, laughing, shooting a Tommy gun. Obi-Wan nightclub. That's pretty badass. And then you fly through it in the Great Circle. That's such a great moment. I'm Batman. Also, some of you younger kids don't realize this. There was a time where people hated short round. Huh? They hated short round. Things change. Luckily, things change. Short round rules. Again, always loved him. Because, he was a representation of me as a child in that movie. Every kid wanted to be in that movie. Every kid wanted to be short round. Driving a car at the age of, I don't know, 10. Honk honk. Was that the car or was that Indy? That's a pretty sweet car. Those are sweet rides. I was really bummed that they didn't use that gunshot sound effect in Dial of Destiny. I wonder why not. Was the punch sound effect in it? I think it was, and we'll find out. I'll probably do Crystal Skull. I don't mean to talk shit about that movie. I'm starting to like it a little. I like the first half at the very least. I like the first half. I need to get into that right now. Not so many headshots in this movie, as opposed to Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's like 8. And there goes the gun. It's a great idea. Great storytelling device. Get rid of the gun. I really love that they did that. Took a while for me to realize that was Dan Aykroyd. And it was, I think, before I read about it. And that was a while ago, but... That's right, yeah. Right when he said poultry, I was like, oh, that's Dan Aykroyd. Love this music here. Nice try, Lao Shay. Turns out I am going to do the indie lines every now and then because, again, this is my commentary and I do what I want to. Do what I want to. Do what I want to. You would quote indie too if you did a commentary too. The plane is farting. What did that plane have for lunch? Oh, it's done. It's fine. You got it all out. And there's the outfit for the first time in the movie. Oh, I do have a pretty close version of that hat, which I should have had ready, but Whoops. Yeah, that shirt is pretty gray. A lot of times the shirts you see to buy online are a lot more yellow, but I went for the Last Crusade version, and look how accurate that is. It's pretty close. That hat with that hat is really dead on too, which I got from swimming in a pool. It was a big old hat normally. It was like a couple inches too tall. Went swimming with it. It turned out wonderful. Plain hat scene. Plain scene hat. There's something so simply wonderful about the map sequences in the indie movies. Oh, cute. So it would really smell back there, all the chicken shit. The chickens in general and the shit that they make. You probably shouldn't laugh right then. Just just to keep going, keep going. He can't help that he's scared. The other guy laughing. Come on, asshole. I should have woken up right then. Indy sleeps through a lot. Indy and Short Round have been through some shit if they're sleeping through this. I would have woken up from that guy going, hey, hey, hey. I would have been like, hey, what's so funny? All things concerned, that was a pretty calm way of accepting what's about to happen. Oh no. Oh, this? God damn it. And when people try to imitate Indy, they always have the cool, the stoic face, like I know what I'm doing, but that's Indy to me. You don't know what the hell he's doing. That hat is nowhere near what it is at the end of the movie. That's crazy. So did they film this at the end? They must have, right? Because that hat goes through some shit in this movie. Uh, love that part of the music too. So exciting. It's convenient that there's a raft. Non-stop music, non-stop thrills. This movie is just so goddamn good. It happened. I know it's just dummies, but look, it happened. That just came out of a plane and landed on the ground. That's pretty awesome. That must have been so satisfying for them to do. I can't imagine what it'd be like to make a movie of this scope, to put so much into it, and then to finally see it and sit back and just be like, oh, oh, look what we did. Maybe not that one so much, but whatever. There was Busch Gardens, the theme park in Tampa, had, I don't know if it still does, a River Rapids ride. This music would have been perfect for that, I suppose, but they went for Return of the Jedi's Into the Trap, which is also a good track, but River Rapids, that would have been this. I guess it's only a short amount of time, I don't know. That would have been cool to hear. I think a part of that is in the indie ride itself, which I've never been on. One day. One day. Love a good lazy river ride right now. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Convenient that he was right there. Oh, he saw the plane falling from the sky. That's right. I mean, could it not have been India? It could have not been India. You're in Pittsburgh. Setting forth the creepiness. Love it. There's a whole lot of creepy in this movie. Yeah, obviously they have a bag. I've been thinking they have like a bag or like suitcase in Temple of Doom, right? And there it is. You don't really see many people going for that thing though. That'd be cool to have. Looks like a nice size. Unless that's the same one he has in Dial of Destiny. It's the same shape, I feel like. That'd be cool. Unlikely, but cool. Guys, can you please not touch my face? I don't like people touching my face. Yeah, stick to the jacket's fine. Touch the jacket. I have a van over here. It's full of candy. Would you like to come? So wait, I mean, Indy speaks the language, right? So why doesn't he hear what they're saying and just get it right then? Yeah. Who's that? Eggs, rice? I mean, that looks good. I don't know what Willie's complaining about. Maybe my taste palette has changed over time, but that does look good to me. You're insulting them and you're embarrassing me. Eat it. I love that guy. And then she's just like, yeah, go for it. I find that relaxing for some reason, seeing someone just like gently. There's ASMR videos of such things. I'm not alone. And the noise she makes as she eats it, like it's a desperate move. Come on. Short Round's eating it. He's digging it. With his backwards hat. I'll do that too. Short Round's doing it. I'm gonna do that shit too. And Indy knew about Pancot Palace. He's a well-educated fellow. Wait, now is it normal? It was backwards in the other shot. That's backwards. Or is it? Nah, shit. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just. It's like this. That's what's happening. He's doing this deal. Yeah, I really like cosplaying as Indiana Jones because I hate shaving, and I sweat a lot. So that combination right there, done. I'm in. And Spielberg said that he just fed him every line right before each take, and that's just incredible. You know, seeing Spielberg work he's really, really involved with everything. What a dream come true to be able to work with that guy. Best director ever. Obviously, he's the best director ever. Obviously, to me. to many. I wonder if that was inspired from Jaws when he did that. It would have been cool to see the stone there with those white stripes going across it. Like a shorty with the whip. I'm going to say this a lot. I love this music too. This part right here. Nah. You could tell that Troy Baker took a lot of his performance from this scene. Just the way that he says things and slowly refers back to them. Somebody stole their children. Yeah, this movie rules. Hell yeah, this kid did it. He made it. Does he die? I don't think he's dying, but it kind of sounds like a death rattle kind of thing at the very end of it. I sure hope he makes it through. What a badass kid. He just got off his 14-hour shift in Florida. I'm sure some of you are going to say, oh, white savior, blah, blah, blah. Well, I doubt anyone is saying that right now, but people who have not seen Indiana Jones would say that right now, but anyone who's watching this, who are we kidding you? You already have seen these movies, and you already love them. Shankara. None of them super accurate, but cool to have nevertheless. There's Indy. Indiana Bones is here. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, that's a good boy. You got a booger on your shirt. No, it's up your nose now. Shooting stars. I saw some shooting stars on my trip to Yosemite with a bunch of other indie cosplayers, very dear friends of mine. And it was the night my grandfather died. And it was just incredible. What a way for him to say goodbye. Oh, a cute elephant. Oh, I see. He's like sticking his foot up to the guy is making him do it. The guy, I thought the elephant was doing it on its own accord, but no, why would an elephant do that? They didn't even yell action. That was just their face. Harrison Ford's having a lot of fun in this. You can tell he's really chewing up his role. This is Spielberg's favorite Trek music, I believe he said. This is indeed wonderful. I mean, it is probably you too, Willie. You probably stink a little bit. Don't just blame it all on the elephant. I haven't had a shower in a while. Well, she did go in that river, so it did probably help with some stinkies. Poor elephant. Don't want that shit on it. I say that to my dog all the time. You're my best friend. You're my best friend. I love how just tickled pink she was at the fact that there were giant birds above her. Yay! Yay, giant birds! I don't know, it's weird. My wife was showing me some baby elephant videos the other day. You know, I'm 45 years old. The older I get, the more I just want to watch stuff like that. I don't need anything violent. I just want elephants and baby elephants and dogs. I've never encountered an elephant before, but it sure would be cool. It seems like they seem like very pleasant creatures when they're in a good mood, anyways. And he just got diphtheria. She's getting staph infection. This, I mean, I don't, I'm sure it wasn't filmed on a real location. This is the only thing that really kind of seems like it's on a set in this movie, on like in the outside areas, anyways. Maybe it was, but I doubt it really is outside. The magic of movies. That bat was just as scared as she was. Oh my god. Look at this. I mean, it's an owl. They are creepy, but there's no reason to fucking scream from an owl. I don't know. They are creepy though. They're huge and creepy. You ever had one land in front of you facing the other way, and then it turned its head towards you? Yeah, that is creepy, man. I don't know if I didn't scream when it happened, but I did back up slowly and run away. Wilhelmina. It's funny that they're kind of acknowledging that his name is not Indiana Jones there. It's his professional name. Oh, sorry, buddy. Shit. love how in these movies each religion is right. That's how that's how you gotta acknowledge religion. Honestly, one of them's right and the rest are wrong. No, it's great to take an approach that maybe they're all right. The stones have magic power. The ark had power. The cross had power. I mean, the Holy Grail. Each religion has its own thing and its own power, and these movies make it. Yeah, that's how it is. I like that. I really should go to therapy for that. It's a bit too much. Snakes used to creep me out, but then you got to immerse yourself. Not immerse yourself, but go to the zoo, really examine them, and they're beautiful. Man, they're cool as hell. Oh, this is the music he said was his favorite, I think. Spielberg. I don't know. And now enjoy this siren. Oh, the elephant automatically put his leg up. Maybe they do just do that. Oh, that was so cute. Freshly used. Nice new thumbs. Some thumbs there. Nice. Yeah, cool. An ear. Very nice. All right, that's cool. Hair. That's pretty gross. I mean, why didn't he just go? Why didn't he just go get the guy? The guy with the glasses. I can't remember his name. Like, I can't imagine where on earth you'd be at home. That guy. Say, hey, come check this out. Come here. I want you to come see this. Look at this. There's a necklace of thumbs that you need to check out because it's like where your property begins. There's a necklace of thumbs and an ear. So come check that out and tell me what's going on. That's what I would have done personally. I'm not saying I'm smarter than Indiana Jones, but that's what I would have done. It's a whole lot of bats. They never come into play again. They just wanted bats. Why not? What a dick. Indy was just snarfing on his own balls, and I had to have him stop because I don't think you need to hear that right now. Nice dissolve. My college buddy Greg, who I made that movie with, actually always thought there was some little subplot to that. Shorty, where's my razor? There's something behind that. But I think it's just simply a device for him to remain unshaven throughout the movie. This is a great outfit that he does. I have this also. This guy's kind of a dick, too. He holds out his hand to be kissed. Watch a couple of pricks talking to each other there. Andy's just like, oh, look at these assholes. This is going to be fun. This, not yet. Okay, I'll get to it. Well, let me get my chapstick. Can't live without chapstick. I think I have an addiction to chapstick. I gotta look into that. It's a thing. It's a family thing. It's not my fault. It's genetic. No, when's it happen? There's a sick beat that happens. Shit, did I miss it? I might have been telling Indy not to snarf on his balls anymore. No, they're really doing something special there. Great rhythm. Bum 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 bum. Oh, maybe it's coming up. And then this prick, man, this movie's full of pricks. I really should have eaten. I didn't eat lunch. Damn it. This scene's just gonna make me hungry. That guy's just looking forward. Look at the guy on the left. What do I do? Nothing? Alright. I'll do nothing. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I suppose that mutiny was a very funny event. Willie, stop it. Jesus. The surprise is that these are eels. Yes, we took a python and put some eels in it. See, I've eaten eel in sushi, so maybe I would try an eel. I don't know, and maybe make sure it's not squirming around first. But I think I would eat an eel. Not like that though. That's just going for it. Good for him. And I just saw a necklace of thumbs. Not to bring that up again, but there's a necklace of thumbs on your property. No, it's necklace of thumbs. Look at this brooch. Jesus, like a Christmas star on him. Now this, bugs. We've all eaten bugs. Everyone eats bugs. Everyone eats, I don't know how many spiders in their lifetime in their sleep or some shit like that. Something happens. This is an odd effect. I'm hungry watching this scene, and the scene is not deterring me from being hungry. Which, again, it didn't when I was 4 years old either. Nothing in this movie disturbed me when I was 4 years old. I love how he doesn't unlock eyes with him. This is not an insult, but where's the Christmas tree that you're going to put that brooch on top of? So badass. Eye contact. Eye contact. That's a thing that's being lost in time. Eye contact. Look people in the eyes when you're talking to them. Because you'll notice they will not look you back in the eyes. I don't want to say it's a power, but it shows confidence, and it shows that I'm a human being. Look me in the eyes. A lot of people can. It's very fascinating, almost entertaining, especially people that think they're important. Can't look me in the eye. You're not that important, are you? Okay, now there the shirt looks a little more tan than it did before. That's interesting. Obviously, I didn't get that when I was a kid, but later on in life, that really tickled me pink. I can't tell you how many times we said this. My college buddies and I, we really loved Indiana Jones, and especially the Temple of Doom, and man, we would just quote it left and right. I miss those guys. I still talk to them. Group chat. Graduated in 2003, and we still all talk to each other because we know we're actually friends. We weren't just roommates. It's nice to have. It's nice to have that. And here, chilled monkey's brain, chilled monkey brains, as he just said. It doesn't look terrible. Is it? Because the scalp is off, so they clearly prepared it in a way. Maybe there's like some kind of compote in it. Like a nice little fruit mix involved, and they blended it up. I am hungry. And that implying Shorty's just like, tell me about the sex afterwards. And he smartly says, no. Not even this dick. A lot of people don't like the Granny apple, or whatever it is. Granny Smith? Love the Granny Smith apple with peanut butter. The bitterness with peanut butter. Yeah, I think I actually wanted that kind of apple as a kid because of this scene. It's not the sexiest of fruits to eat while you're trying to seduce someone. But it is kind of a power play fruit. I'll tell you that. You eat a fruit, I don't know why, it kind of gives you like a feel of importance. Like, I feel like a king. So note they're trying to one up each other while eating these apples. And the apple's the only one that can work with. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's a nice bed. Not letting either one of them get an inch. No one could be better than the other. Oh man. The interplay between these two. Would people want another thing? This little face she made. That little face she made after that. You're crazy about me, Dr. Jones. All right, aren't you? For a second, she let her insecurities show. See, I love that they didn't give us the same relationship that he had with Marion. I don't want the same thing in sequels. I want something different. You want the same thing? Watch that. You know? Let's see at what point does that guy show up in the background. I remember the first time I saw that creeped me out because it was so well done. Funky. Not to be crass, but if, Indy just yanked one off in the bathroom, it would have been that. They would have been killed probably, though. All relaxed. And Thuggy sneaks up on him. Yeah. Maybe it's best he did not. I'll make sure that's the weirdest thing I say in this commentary. I think I almost saw him. Yep, there he is. Can't believe I'm not going. There's a second before. I love how Indy always uses items, whatever it takes to get a bad guy off of him. Remember, you're always surrounded by weapons, always. Shorty could have opened the door to show what was going on. Oh, that's the only point where he sees what's happening. Again, sleeping through all that noise. What the hell have they been through? Jesus H. Christ. Ooh. That shit would hurt. Introducing the Benford 6100 fan. You want a fan that can hold a man, you gotta buy the Benford 6100. I don't feel like any fan I've had in my life would have done that, but, movie magic. She's a little dense, but it adds to it all. Someone's so self-centered, but also insecure. Yeah, who hasn't known someone like that? Oh, how I do that for anything I see moving in the wind inside a place. I gotta act like I'm figuring out where that's coming from. Also, this, if there's ever statues or anything on a column, you gotta push it. See if this happens. You never know. So was that there, and they just covered it up with the statue, or like I don't really know. I don't know the logistics of all this for the Thuggy to have done to have done that. Why would they put that little print near a secret entrance? Maybe that's how they all get in and out. I don't know. I don't know. That's a beautiful shot. I love that atmosphere. Perfectly indie. Kids. Human nature, perhaps. Don't do that thing. But I have to do the thing. That scene served no purpose at all except for it just being just delightful. Florida in the summertime. Where? Florida. Anywhere in Florida. You get some German cockroaches in your house. Forget about it, man. Hey, where's that green light coming from? Whoops. That is Indy's fault. That one's on him. But Short Round could have stood up right when that started to happen. That's kind of on him. It's on both of them. Before widescreen, I had no idea how incredibly beautiful that this scene is. Scene coming up, the shot coming up right here. That, when it was just pan and scan, it's good and creepy. But when you see it in widescreen, it just becomes something else. Yeah, the days of pan and scan, my God. Missed so much. You missed so much in pan and scan. And then widescreen came out. What's these black bars? I don't like that. Yes, you do. You're seeing more movie, damn it. And it's even better knowing she is drugged the hell up for all this, too. Oh my God, that's incredible. And I think Spielberg said that this scene is what inspired the Goonies, I think. So, yay for that as well. That's something I might want to do a commentary on as well. Because that's my number 5 favorite movie of all time. Indy, I only count one in my top lists, and they alternate. Sometimes it's Last Crusade, sometimes it's Temple of Doom. The music when he goes da-da, that was my system error for my computer for a very long time. It got kind of annoying towards the end of my last computer's life. It's a dummy, obviously. Ew, maggots. This movie definitely has the most thrills out of any of the Indiana Jones movies. And that wasn't Harrison Ford, by the way. It must have been during his back injury the stuntman got screen time. Whoop, and I don't think that was him either. I think that was the stuntman. Matte paintings. Boy, I love and I miss matte paintings. I'll take this over that wall of CGI thing they do, you know, the new fancy thing that the Disney shows do. Nah, I'll take that over that. I'll take this over that any day. What an amazing set. Oh my God, look how huge that is. All real, no matte painting, no CGI, because CGI wasn't a thing back in these days. So much. Last Starfighter used some of it, but you'd know if it was CGI. That's another great movie, Last Starfighter. Oh. Look at that whip. How long does it take to make a set like this? My God. Unless it was there already. You know, like it was like a theme park type thing, or you know, like a Cheesecake Factory, Rainforest Cafe. Ready to go. Easily the creepiest of the villains. He tears people's hearts out. That wins. Oh, look at him. My God. Oh, look at a little tiny shrunken head on his helmet. Oh, it's so cute. He's happy. You know, he's a happy guy. He enjoys his job. He likes what he does. Used to do a sketch comedy show. He was stealing from Molaram. And right before this scene, you see him talking to his buddies in the break room about wanting to steal with them. It's really stupid, but very, very satisfying. I'll have to put that online someday. Thuggy Break Room was the name of the sketch. And that's going to end up on SNL now. The design of that helmet is just incredible. Okay, I'm guessing you're hearing this. You might not be hearing that, but in case you are, it's Good Friday, and right now there's many, many, many people walking by me singing something uh, in Spanish, I believe. This is fascinating. This is something I didn't count on doing Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom commentary. A Good Friday choir outside. So I'm sorry if you do hear that. And they're like stopping right in front of our house. They have microphones and speakers, it seems. Do I pause? They're really taking their time doing this. Let's go ahead and pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. So now I guess we just we listen to this. This is pretty incredible. I would go look, but I know I've seen it before. I've seen it many times here. It's fascinating. It's really they're cosplaying. A lot of them are cosplaying right now in Christian garb. One may be dressed as Jesus. I don't know. Last time there was a guy dressed as Jesus carrying a cross, and other people dressed as Roman guards. Like the oldest cosplay there is, I suppose. It may be going by, but now there's a woman singing. The things that happen in this city, you can just never know what the hell's gonna happen. You gotta roll with the punches. As if you've ever watched the Kev Indiana Jones show, I do quite often. So, such as this, I'm gonna enjoy some water. We'll get things going again in a second. It sounds like they're maybe leaving the vicinity. No, they're still here. They're lingering. They're really hanging out. What a thing to happen. What a good Friday. Should I just continue? I don't think you can hear it that much anymore. I'm gonna assume you can't hear it that much anymore. So okay, let's get this going again. Let's start the movie again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and pause it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Entry point right where he's getting burnt by the lava. I tell you what, I am gonna go look. I'll be right back. I have to go see what's happening. I don't know if they just decided that this is where they have to remain. Wow. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of people. That is a whole lot of people. Oh my God. Quite literally, oh my God. That was a lot of people. All right, so now I'm going to sweat because I had to shut the window. The window was open because the heat is still on here. You know, things. Anyways, so that seems fine. Let's get this going again. I'm sorry. This is out of my control. Okay, folks, ready? We'll start the movie again. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. It's a good way to clean the metal is just dip it all into lava. Man, these guys are all stoned as hell. Oh, look at that. This I got from, oh God, was it Creatures Only on Etsy? I had to ask very kindly for him to make this for me because he stopped making them a while ago. But I think he's doing them again. They're expensive, but clearly they are worth it. On or off, but it eats up battery quite a bit because it is a cool effect. I love this thing so much. Yeah, it's pretty cool to have. Pretty cool to have these props. And now she's cool. Everything's fine. So now the choir has now looped around and is going that way for the first time. They haven't done that yet, so now we're getting it from the other side of the house. I really hope you can't hear that. I know I said I wasn't going to worry about ambient noise, but this is a little different than just honks and wind. It's people actually singing at the top of their lungs. It just, I don't know what to do. She wants that. She wants that dick. I'll be right back. You keep watching. I'm just gonna close a door or two. It's just I don't know. I don't understand. Well, I tell you what, I can't wait to see what happens when I do a Last Crusade commentary. Aliens will land, probably. They'll save that for Crystal Skull, appropriately enough. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. Everything's normal. Beautiful shot. Oh my god. You really see his greed there. You really see his greed followed immediately by who he really is. He remembers why the hell he's there. It's like for a split second, you can see he wants to leave. He wants to just take off with the stones and go. You know, the only person that doesn't have any growth in this movie is Short Round, because he's already awesome. He remains that guy, that kid, from beginning to end. Indy changes. Willie changes. Molaram changes into alligator food, crocodile food. God damn it. Oh, look, the light's out. When did that happen? Oh, no, that's happening, eh? Okay. Okay. Once again, I'll be right back. Yeah. Got to roll with the punches to get to what's real. You understand? Alright. Get the light back on here. I'm just sure it looks better with light. Oh, what fun we have. Alright, there. There. And let's get back to the movie, folks. I mean, you've been watching. I'm sorry about all this. Anytime I do anything on film with Indiana Jones, things happen. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. I've embraced it. What? No one's talking to you, kid. We were just having a conversation, and you just interrupted us. They will force me to read only Breitbart news. That might be a dated joke. I don't even know if Breitbart's still around. This is a nice little set. This would be a nice little Lego set right here. That'd be a cool little scene. You gotta appreciate how Molaron's is explaining things. Good old Molaron. And he's petting his head. He's petting the head. I never noticed he pets the fucking head. Oh, that's the best. I could use some sun. Jesus. Oh. Molaron's just doing what he has to do. He's a nice guy. There he is again. J. Roach. A good old huge J. Roach. All right. Hi. I love saying that. Especially when someone that's really tall comes up to me trying to intimidate me, I just go, hi. That's better. Gross. So had he not done that and just pretended to swallow, he might have been fine. Although they probably would have made sure. Yeah. Been tortured with voodoo and forced to drink the blood of Kali. Love that they made him. Not make him. I love that he mentioned that stuff in Dial of Destiny. They had him actually acknowledge all those things. It was wonderful. Taste of his own medicine here with his whip. I think that was the first time I heard the word bastards. As a child, this movie was my first bastards. That stuck with me. Poor short round, Jesus. Those bastards. Oh my God. I'm really glad they didn't do the whole eyes glowing and smoke coming out of his mouth or his ears or whatever the hell it was. That would have been too much. I hope you can see the dog right now. He's upside down on my lap. Yeah. Or against my lap, really. Life is better with dog. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much right now for free. I'm still pretty hungry. That's good enough. You don't need the glowing eyes. That's stately Wayne Manor. Hey, buddy. He must have liked my stately Wayne Manor joke because he just looked me in the eyes and went, this movie moves. This movie's got a great pace to it. You'll notice I've been scratching my nose a whole lot. That's due to nose hairs. Again, I am 45 years old, so the older I get, the worse that gets. Like, overnight, one could grow. And not even only grow, but grow outward and then into my nose, so it just tickles and bothers me. It's fascinating, the human body, what it does as you get older. Really, really fascinating stuff. I'm going to be getting acupuncture for the first time on Wednesday for my feet. Because they hurt. Anyways, back to the movie. You're not going to like my Yelp review. Again, great shot. Iconic, really. I like they left one of them open. So, like, they changed one hand. And they're like, let's leave that one. Let's leave that one. She could poke him in the eyes right now. What? He wouldn't know to do this. What year was this? He might. Damn it. Yeah, the Stooges were around by then, I think. Yeah, he might have known the block. He might have known the block. All right, release the tension, molar on me. Don't let it go. Just go like, there we go. It's all right. It'll be good for your constitution. Jeez. There's a comic book hero that had a big red dot like that on his head, like a big one. It was a Dark Horse, I think. No, Valiant. Is it a Valiant comic? I don't know. Mention in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. There was a comic book character. I'm not too well versed in Valiant comics, so I can't remember. Anyways. He's just a happy guy. I love that shot. Molaram doesn't think he's the bad guy. That's the thing. He's just like, well, this is a great day. Look at all this that's happening. I'm very proud of this, what I've built. Guess that other kid's the only one who thought of doing that before, the one that got back to the village. His happiness makes me happy. He's the happiest of the indie villains, I will say for sure. And I've always wondered scenes where actors have to spit on the other actor's face. Is it spit, or is it like, do they give him water? Does it make it better? I guess it's better if it is water, not just pure spit, but I've always wondered that. How do you take that? I guess you just take it. That's acting. Big old fat dude. No, you got no chance against Short Round. He's not that fat. That was me. even if he was. That's awesome, man. Kids inspired. There it is. Set that in motion. You know, that's something that people don't really talk about. Short Round is the one who inspired those kids to finally fight back. That's pretty goddamn cool. It's a legitimate scream. She is good at that scream. Packers! Man, Short Round knew exactly where to go. Good sense of direction. Something happened there we missed. Something just happened. Deleted scene. He heard him, but those guards are just standing back. Like, let's not do anything right now. I have his knife right here, but let's not do anything right now. Fire bad. Fire burn. There's no reason that it should have stopped. Did they put the lock on? Huh? Oh yeah, you. I don't mean to make fun. You know, every movie has its own little things. Just when he just burn those guys. Could those guys come back, or are they just all inherently evil? I wonder. I mean, I imagine my 9 year old, my almost 9 year old niece uh, kicking me. I can't really see it taking me down, but you know, whatever. The confidence that guy had, the hubris of man. This movie's full of just incredible shots, iconic shots of badassery, and that was just ready to go. So maybe let's get a thing built right here in case I ever need to make an exit. All right, we're gonna have to like lay down on it like hard to get out to use this escape device. Okay, all right, I'll do it. Sure. I'll lay down on this thing and escape. However, I gotta escape. What is his name? Chatterhall, I think. Oh, he's the real bad guy. Yikes. None of them other guys did that. With an evil laugh. Yeah, good. So what happens here, though? Like, it's because that's the last we see of him. So he's just gone now? Do we assume he died? Oh, he's just laying there. That really messed him up, it seems. And he's out. I mean, she wouldn't be in great shape. She probably would have lost the hair for sure. That hair would have probably burnt off, singed at least. There's a lot of sweat. You can tell that's after his back injury, the way he's running, because That's not a comfortable run. That's a I have to shit run. Those guns look great. I love that music so much. And there he is. Indiana Jones is officially born. The hero Indiana Jones. One of the best punches ever, even though you don't see it. This set also massive. Just how many massive sets do they have for this movie? I wish there was more elaborate behind the scenes footage of all this. The Raiders of the Lost Ark gets the most attention because it's the first, and that's usually how it goes. But it's not like the other ones are just as good. I want like hours and hours of documentary for all of these movies each. That'd be incredible. I'll say the best thing about Crystal Skull, the documentary. That I mean, that's a fantastic making of. He's dead. That's it for him. What a noise. Again, he's not playing that for cool. He's playing that for laughs. He's not trying to look like a badass all the time. He gets hurt and it hurts. And he's the sounds he makes them hurt sounds. Me forget English for a moment. That guy's having a good time too, just laughing. It's nice when you can enjoy your job. Who didn't think voodoo worked for a little bit there? You think, yeah, I would use a voodoo doll, but I'd use it for myself. And like massage my back. Oh, yeah. Massaging a doll and then your back feels better? Jesus. Massaging other things. Oh, he's twitching. Indy's asleep. He's twitching around. Oh, he's twitching good. I feel like the music does not stop for about 20 minutes. And it is incredible for 20 minutes. Oof. I could use that maybe. Jeez. Well, he's trying, throwing rocks and shit. She's no longer the weak victim. After almost being burnt alive, melted alive, she's really come alive. But again, short round, same as he was at the beginning. Just there to help Indy, because he loves him. And this is my favorite musical part. Just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Oof, oof. Could have cupped his ears, boxed his ears. It would have been a rough stunt to do, I'm sure. There goes the sleeve. There goes him. That's all? Really did a good job of grinding him down. Not bad. That's a good grinder. You should have done that before. That would have been that. I didn't do anything with him. I didn't do anything. And he just sits there smiling. Would have been nice if that Lego set came out of this. It must have offended people. Lego offended people. This part rules. That was not Harrison Ford. Data. That hat, this whole sequence, this hat to the minecart, that's the best the hat looks in the movie, I think. It's like the iconic Indiana Jones hat for me. How could you not love this movie? It just makes me so happy. The stunts and the music, God, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like these movies, especially this one. I wish they were more proud of this one, truly. I wish they were. It's a technical achievement, a visual masterpiece. That's a little rough seeing the little tiny model heads going, but it's still cool. Hey, buddy. The laugh, the Harrison Ford little, it's almost like he does it out of frustration. And that's something that I'm sure many of us do as a result of watching these movies many, many times. Oh, there's a musical break. There is the break in the music. John Williams. Still looks cool, even though if you know their models. Still looks great. And this set too. Good Lord. So elaborate. I wonder how long it took to film the whole movie. Usually just like 100 days or so, typically. I think I'll watch the making of after this. It's a strong shovel. It's a Bedford 6100 shovel. clearly I'm watching Home Improvement with my wife, and it starts very, very strong for the first 5, 6 seasons, and we'll talk about Home Improvement before. I wonder what it's like to be on a huge movie set like this. I've only been on like normal sets where it's like normal looking things like a high school cafeteria, um, regular places, like towns outside of shops and stuff. Nothing ever elaborate like this. That must be so cool to be a part of. Maybe one day. Shit, that was a close one. These guys all have bad aim. The stormtroopers. Stormtroopers of Earth. Short run rules. Come on, they had the high ground and they messed that up. Yeah, the hat looks the best in this scene, the minecart scene. This hat, I believe, is also used in the tank sequence for Last Crusade, which I think I want that hat. That's like the ideal Indiana Jones hat. Many think it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. Nah, for me it's this. This movie I watched the most as a kid because I didn't have Raiders of the Lost Ark on tape for some reason, but my neighbors had this on tape, so I'd always borrow it. So I watched this a lot as a kid when I was sick. I've talked about this before on my talk show, the Kevin Indiana Jones Show. Yeah, this one and I we've spent a lot of time together. This movie and I just love it so much. And it's always cool to meet people who also feel the same. This tends to be the bastard child of the indie movies, but when you meet someone or a group of people that really, really love this movie as much as you do, it's just so cool. I'm lucky to have some many friends that just adore this movie. I know some people that hate it. Well, you're wrong. So. Now here's the thing with doing the cosplay with the ripped shirt. I don't. There's nothing on his back. Like there's whip marks on his shirt, but there's nothing on his back itself. Okay, so I was wondering about that because I wouldn't want to do. I have a shirt that's ripped up, close to this, with the 3 little whip marks, but I wanted to do one. I add a little blood to it, but I guess if I don't have to put anything on my back, then the hell with it. Those Aldens are some tough shoes. They really thought they were done. They thought they were out of it. I guess they're too exhausted to think logically. Water don't stop. Ki Hai Kwan just ran into the camera on that shot. The look of terror on Harrison Ford's face throughout this movie is just wonderful. Yeah, it's kind of weird. No no whip marks on his back. Maybe the blood of Kali healed it. I don't know. Maybe there are some healing factors to the blood of Kali. Maybe we should look into that. Oh, those look like alligators. Oh, the noises he makes. As badass as he is, he's also a goofball. I think a lot of that comes from Harrison Ford himself, because I was watching the Raiders of the Lost Ark behind the scenes stuff from the Blu-ray. He kind of seems like a bit of a dork in a way, like a lovable dork, like not walking around thinking he's the shit. I think he has a. I'm kind of nerdy. I think he has that in him. I know Raiders of the Lost Ark is technically like the best one made and acknowledged as the best one, but man, this one is just. I kind of think this one's the best one. Catch me outside. How about that? Now, what is that a necklace of? Tiger teeth, maybe? Here's one of the best uses of this word. Them guns. He's showing off them guns. He worked for them guns, so he's showing them off. Go. So no one knows what he's doing right then. He's just like, they don't get what he's doing right then. Well, those shoes are fucked up. Look, Muller on behind there. He's a goofball too. Look at that guy. In hell! That woke the dog up. Sorry, buddy. Jesus, man. That's incredible. Pretty sure those are alligators. Usually crocodiles have the thinner kind of snouts. I thought alligators were on this part of the world, but I clearly need to go back to school. They're eating good in the neighborhood today, though. I'll tell you that. I'm from Florida, so I would see a whole lot of alligators everywhere, pretty much. You know, it'd be funny to see tourists stopping on the side of the road to examine, or not examine, but to take pictures of a huge alligator that's nearby, and you're just like, you sure you want to do that, pal? These things aren't nice. But they can be docile. They can be. They can also eat your little poodle dog. It happens. There should have been like a little couple welt marks on his chest from the fingers. That would have been cool as shit if they could have done that. Little burn marks or something. But then Molaram just gives up. He could have knocked him off. Molaram could have just pushed him off at that point, and that would have been that. But now he decides to go up. And then this poor guy. I didn't think the leopard would eat my face. That music pops into my head often when I'm just like, you gotta like just get there. You gotta get there real quick. You just gotta psych yourself up for a quick thing. It's a perfect little break of music for it. And he gets it in this one. He really he gets it sideways in this movie. He really gets he gets hurt. Fuck this. Okay. Yo. Head bump, oof. And then bounce. And then curve, oof, right off of it. Wilhelm. They're all happy, is all. They had a good day. I say that a little too much, too. Well, it's about time. I quote half this movie, like, daily, I guess, as it turns out. Where are they landing? Man, what a stunt. That one dude just truly fell off of that. There's got to be more behind the scenes footage for this movie. I really hope we see it someday. What a movie. I'm not really talking right now because I got nothing to say. I just love this movie so much. Just basking in it. Look at that, Willie. Look at her progress. Respect for something that she doesn't know. But now she understands. I don't understand how anyone could hate on this movie. It's making me cry a little bit. I've seen this movie so many times, and I'm getting emotional just watching this, man. I guess it's different when I'm watching it with you guys. My buddy Caleb does that the best. The end scene with the bandage on his hand, man, he does such a good job with that. Yes, I understand its power now. It doesn't belong in a museum. It's a nice jacket. Look at that whip. And that hat. That right there. That right there is iconic Indiana Jones. Man. Sweaty as hell, just beat the hell up. But triumphant. Guess he had another shirt, I guess, huh? That would hurt. Watch them flinch. Just a quick little flinch. But then the acting kicks in. This is never gonna last. I love the key change here. Short round's got it. Jesus Christ. Wow, that came out 41 years ago. That's really bonkers. 41 years ago. A lot of life has happened since then, and maybe that's why I'm a little emotional. Yep. These movies are a lot. They're very special. And I hope you had a good time. I don't know, I'm crying right now, but I am. It's a happy cry. Thanks for watching, man. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you next with Last Crusade. Bye-bye.